Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Today we're going to talk about jealousy, and this was requested by one of my subscribers, and I'm fully aware that this is not going to be a topic for everybody. So if you have no problem with jealousy or are not interested in this subject, you can stop watching because um, this audio is going to be only about this topic. Nothing else will be in it. So, um, we are going to be talking about how you can find out that you have a problem with jealousy that is irrational, of course, and where does it come from and what is it truly. So, first of all, I'm not talking about the situations when you end up with some people that are not faithful to you. And then, obviously, you have your doubts and you're right, and you get cheated on and you get jealous about that. This is not going to be the topic. The topic is irrational jealousy. And I'm going to clarify how you can find out that you have a problem with that. So, first of all, there are several ways. One of them is pretty obvious, and it is when we are anxious all the time. We have that feeling in our gut that's really uncomfortable, and we try to control our partner. We try to always see where they are, who they're with. We ask for proof. We go over their phone. We try to control them. We are always scared of getting cheated on when we are not with our partner and they are not texting us for, I don't know, half an hour. We are having the worst thoughts that they're with somebody else. We're having the worst anxiety. We are blowing up their phone, or maybe just being anxious inside of ourselves. This is like pretty obvious, but there are different ways that we can determine this, and not everyone will have the same experience. So I'm going to try to cover as much as I possibly can. Okay, then I want to talk about reacting. So, how will you react if you are having some irrational jealous episode? It will, in the beginning, I think most people are just going to try to ignore it and pretend everything's fine and be polite. But over time, as you know, things like this, they just have to come to surface. So you may react by being passive aggressive towards a person, or maybe you can have an episode. There are different ways, truly, or you can become avoidant, so many things. Okay. Now, one really good way to determine that you are irrationally jealous is something that most people will not even think about. But, for example, and this you can use this example for partners or also friends, because it doesn't have to be, romantic type of jealousy. So let's say you are in a safe and secure relationship with a safe and secure person, and you know this person is 100% faithful, and you know this person would never cheat, and you know this person is not interested in other people. However, when this person mentions their work colleagues that are the same sex as you are, or their friends, and they kind of spend some time with them or talk about them, or say nice things about them, and you kind of feel that feeling, and you just don't like that person they're talking about, even though you don't know this person or anything. You just really dislike the person, and you are feeling, what you're feeling is jealous, let's be honest. And there's no reason for you to be jealous of Carol from accounting, or Janet from band practice, or whoever. And you're not jealous in terms that you think something's going on or something might be going on. You just kind of have a problem that they're spending time together, and that they're saying nice things about Janet or Carol, and that they're getting some attention from them. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. I think that a lot of people will. So that is an issue. And where does all of this jealousy come from, this irrational jealousy? There are several places it can come from. Usually, obviously, it's your childhood, but it's also your past traumas, your past experiences. So if you had some really bad experiences, it can come from there. But this type of jealousy that's like completely irrational, will usually be from your childhood. It could be that at one point your parents or one of your parents was giving more attention to your brother or sister, or brothers or sisters, depending what you got going on in your family. And or maybe you felt like they love your brother or sister more than they love you. That is the most common thing, actually. It could be that you had no friends when you were a kid, and you were not getting any attention. It could be that you, as a young adult, I mean, like teenager, honestly, didn't get much attention of the opposite sex or same sex, depending what you're into. So basically, where it comes from is insecurity and the past, and usually childhood, and most likely parents or guardians. Could be other people, of course. It will depend on a person and situation, but usually this is where it's gonna come from. So that is basically what jealousy is. Jealousy is insecurity, and it's about you. Of course, I'm again not talking about when you actually have a reason to be jealous. Jealousy, when there's a reason for it, is pretty normal. It would be very weird that you wouldn't feel jealous if you had a reason to be jealous, if you care about the person and love them. It it just wouldn't be possible. So this is not what I'm talking about. I clearly want to kind of define what I mean. I mean when it's irrational. So that's when it comes from insecurity. And that is the only thing that it truly comes from. You feeling insecure, you feeling not chosen, but not by this person, even though it seems like that. But you just not feeling chosen in the past, in your childhood, by somebody, and maybe by yourself as well. So you're not feeling chosen, you're not feeling good enough. Those are the things that are going on there. Anyways, I hope this was helpful, and I hope somebody else maybe recognized a problem here. I love you guys. Bye.